Howdy y'all, Sika here. Today's drawing will be Myth for the Awk transfer. So let me get the I have a I have a I have a something. So let me get the references really quick, and then is it this one? They're very similar. If it would show that, oh, I'll just use the second one. It's already cropped out and stuff, so that'll work. And then so what I'm going to be doing is a Noodle dragon, um, but more similar to that the original design, but have a flair of the my brain just is fried. I only got 3 hours of sleep last night, so I had to work a full day. So, but that's okay. I have plenty of time to catch up and do things. So, and I should have time to sleep as well, I hope. Let me see. I drank a Starbucks, which is Starbucks, but it is something. So hopefully that will keep me up for at least in that couple hours. I haven't checked the. I have not yet got a chance to check the message box. So if you said hello or something, I'll get back to you in just a second. Okay. My Google is being Googleable. Wow, Google won't let me select images for Reels. Okay, there we go. Okay, the closest one is the green one. I don't want fan art. I just can't remember what their names are. Oh, okay. Farash is the closest looking to the character. I just want a full view of Farash. Well, my Google is just being totally stupid right now. Okay. Oh, I mean, it's acting normal. Sorry. I think this is fan art, but I gotta get going. So let me just reread what she wants. Yeah, feeling like a mystical dragon, like in Legend of Tears of the Kingdom Dragon. Okay. So yeah, keep it the same dragon, but add Breath of the Wild flair to it. An hour on the clock, the local dragon will go wild and and drink all the nectar in the universe. Uh, Hello, Mr. Cow, by the way, and hello everyone else. I only can see that how many people are in the stream. I can't see who's joined it, unfortunately. I'd say hello to you all by name if I could. So I almost yeah. I need it to be bigger. Uh, that's not a good sign. Yeah, there we go. I just keep saying I'll get some music for the stream and then I'll draw a nice up. Pete's sake, I just dropped my stupid pencil. I mean, stylus. Okay, it's okay. Thinking of putting a headset on Alex. I think that'd be kind of funny. Okay. Good evening, Napoleon. How are you? Hello, Spork. I just want really noodly today. Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing well. I just want to go really noodly today. I'm gonna take a risk and say hmm, hmm. Give me as I try to figure this out. I'm still brainstorming on what few brainstorms. I mean, on what few brain cells I have left at this moment. I'm gonna make it really noodly. I specifically asked for it to be feral, so I will comply to that. Yeah, the fin would be an issue, wouldn't it? My frills would be an issue. Yeah, he can't wear a hat either, unfortunately. I mean, originally he had hair, but I don't know. Putting hair on a dragon feels works on it works on certain designs. I just didn't feel like it worked on my design, so I kind of axed it. I'm trying to figure out how to make it look more Breath of the Wildly, but keep the same design. So I guess I wouldn't do binocular eyes. I'd have to do the side eyes. Okay. So yeah, they have more like deer-like ears, which is cool. So I'm gonna like say this part of the body is where the human part is right here, because it still has to be a transformation somehow. To be honest, I would have loved just to not draw a transformation today. Just draw like a critter. But I know them rules. Wonder if they wonder if I can deviate just a little bit from the design and add another set of legs. I wonder how they'd feel about that. They didn't say I couldn't. I mean, I'm blitzing these things out. I can't prove for anything and or anything like that. It's just impossible. I mean, I have a full-time job. Plus, I'm trying to do my 3D business. Plus, I'm trying to I'm trying to do Dragon Seeker as well. So I've been very busy, and yeah, but I kind of like it busy because it keeps me distracted. That's true. It could, and I thought about that. I mean, to be honest, post transformations are far more popular than any other type. I mean, you just put a little torn clothing and maybe a couple shards of maybe a couple patches of torn clothing on their shoulders, and then all of a sudden it becomes a transformation. But yeah, I've been thinking about that. Maybe making a post transformations, more post transformation stuff, and then making it where it's non. So people who because but then on the other hand, I enjoy doing the mid transformation because I've always loved I always loved horror. I mean, I like body horror. I like monsters. I like were critters. I mean, that's just who I am. I mean, and I no longer just draw to follow trends or try to appeal as many people as possible. I am done with that. I draw what I draw, and if you like what I draw, I appreciate your support. But if you don't, there is plenty of artists on the internets that can probably satisfy you. It's gonna need a big hat. I mean, technically, I could just hide the frills and or just like push them down, and I could probably get away with the headset. But I'd probably not rent. I probably wouldn't sculpt the headset. I'd probably just cheat and download a cheap model off CG Trader. I mean, I've bought props off CG Trader before to use for references as for my illustrations. I've even bought a couple bases that I sometimes use when I just want to design a humanoid character quickly. It's just a very simple base but it's simple rigged, has no details or anything. It's just almost looks like a stick figure, but it's all rigged and UV'd, and you can just get to work. Um, Maybe. I mean, you'd be surprised weird stuff. I mean, I definitely like body horror. I don't post all my body horror drawings online. I mean, I've posted a couple on my Patreon, but even those are more cartoony than I usually draw. But I also I really love were critters, but I have to get my anatomy. I'll have to get my anatomy back into up to scruff to start doing rare critters again. Because there's just no there's just no way I could draw them consistently. I mean, I could. I was thinking of buying maybe a nice model off CG Trader of a were critter, maybe, and then using it as a reference while I draw. But I don't know. I haven't found the one I liked that I've liked yet, and the ones I do like are like $100 and stuff. It's like that's a little too pricey for me. No, I love shock and dread and transformations. I like that more than arousal and excitement. I just find that more. It tells a deeper story, in my opinion. But I mean, I like to also do it the other way too. It just depends on my mood that day. Um, Probably the thing that I do it often for commissions, but I don't do it for my own drawings. I don't, I'm not a big fan of doing what they call identity death, where once the character turns into something else, they don't become that character. They pretty much just die, and that new form takes over. Um, I don't know. I just feel like that's how do I put it? I don't know. I kind of just like them because I like the emotions they have when they get turned, and if they lose who they are when the final transformation, then they don't they don't have that they don't have that result to experience, if that makes any sense. About horror monsters you don't want to get caught by for a bit recently, yeah. Those transformation rows would be fun too. I mean, that would be a lot of fun, especially if it's like a creature that has multiple legs and limbs. Then yeah, it trying to get used to its limbs in comical ways is a lot of fun. Yeah, I just don't know. I've done it. I've done it for I've done it for others, and I don't mind doing it. It's fine. There's quite a few that actually do it, but for my own character, Alex, I don't want him to lose who he is. I guess but yeah, I mean, there's some people that love it, and that's fine. This is probably going to be a bit more calmer than my other ones, just because I have so many parts. And I do want to make a nice. I just want. I just want to make a nice little noodle dragon. That is the nice part about doing these is that there's no expectations. I mean, there might be, but I mean, I'm doing these rather cheaply, and and it's I guess both me and the person commissioning me get to enjoy not knowing what's going to happen. So that's kind of fun. I mean, I try my best to match their prompt, but I mean, I kind of worry about spending too much time on the arms and legs because I think it's too low. Let's move it up like that. Yeah, other TFs I'm just not into is probably food related. I mean, especially if they get eaten at the end of the transformation, that just kind of no. I, I do like inanimate object ones, but I'm not. I don't know. Some of it's just too fetishy for me, to be honest. I like traditional. I'm kind of like I'm just a meat and taters. Turn one finger to another guy. I was having fun with like inflatable pool creatures. Those are fun to draw, but yeah, that's about as far as I've ever gotten to inanimate stuff. I think I did a like a windstalk once, and that was so awkward, off, very suggestive and weird. Yeah, I mean, the thing the thing I don't like about identity theft is also the thing that makes it creepy and exciting. So, why I don't like to draw it myself, I can feel the emotions when someone else draws it, and it does creep me out. And so, I guess mission accomplished. The only time, the only the only transformations that I'm not too fond of is when the transform would it be the victim gets transformed into something and then the transformee like totally is a total prick about it and like does something totally mean to them when they're in an inanimate object like I saw one where just some rando person just turned into a battery and then the singer just used the battery up and threw him away and that's just infuriated me for some reason. But I've been wanting to do one, an animate object one where a character is turned into a chair, and then the person who transformed the person in the chair starts sitting on it, and then the chair just starts running, and the around, and the person is just holding on for dear life as the chair is just running around aimlessly with angry eyes at the base or something. I thought that'd be hilarious, but I haven't gotten to it yet. I keep forgetting to draw it. You probably know which one it was. It was excellently done. I mean, the artist who did it was fantastic in expressing. I mean, he did a great. I mean, I don't know if it was a male or female but they did a great job. But yeah, I just they might have done too well. I mean, but yeah, I mean, it's the craftsmanship and the skill in telling the story was excellent, and they did get my emotions, so they succeeded. But at the end, the sequence just infuriated me for some reason. Yeah, I think it would be fun to do the chair thing. I'll have to make some time. I might even do it as a raffle or something. Just have like one person gets to be the chair and the other person gets to be the chair writer, I guess. So I guess I need to show a little bit of the clothing. Yeah, also there's some artists that are just so good at ripping clothes and stuff. I need to just look at their stuff and study it for a bit because they're so skilled at it. Yeah, I should show like a lump. It's too late for that. It'd be posts, so it wouldn't have that. I gotta figure out how the clothing will rip. Trying to make it look more feral. I guess I should have done more hair on the top, coming down like a mane. Yeah, I'll probably do that. I don't want her to have long hair because then it wouldn't be feral anymore, but let me do that. No, yeah, it was pretty dark, but it was like I said, it was really well done and amused me, and it got an emotion out of me. Anything that I mean, if you're an artist and you get like any emotion, like rage or and that like rage or irritation, and that was your goal, then you've succeeded in your drawing. It doesn't matter how I feel about it. If that was his intention, then he was pretty successful. But you're right, it was a very unique sequence, and I've been just noodling around. Ironically, get it? Noodling on this drawing. Like if I keep noodling around, I won't get it done. I gotta focus a little better. Uh, Probably the most it, it's kind of weird. It was really disturbing, but it also made me feel weird looking at it. Was there's like one where it was kind of adult and it kind of was kind of disturbing. Some like lizard gets turned into a hot dog and then he gets cooked and then the person who turned him into a hot dog eats him. Yeah, it was pretty like okay. The problem was it's like okay, I know where my limit is. I probably won't do food transformations. I was it's just not me because I'm not really into things like vor or anything like that, so it just doesn't appeal to me. But I mean, if that's what someone else likes, it's totally fine. Yeah, it's just this is very complex, and it's a dragon, so I'm automatically like obsessed with drawing it already. Yeah. Noodle. Okay. I'm happy to have some good references. I'm glad they see. I want this to look like, but I kind of want to also draw the claws as well because I have no claws on any of the other legs. I kind of need claws somewhere. Maybe I'll compromise. I'll show the shoe and then I'll show the claws coming out of the shoe. That's what I can do. And then I'll make this a human hand. And then that should work. Then so okay. I'm actually gonna just have to clean up the sketch this time and not do a secondary one because I gotta I'll be streaming for like 2 or 3 hours, but like I said I'm gonna stream finishing the other things. I have a commission and 3 other sketches to draw. And I gotta challenge myself by only doing like an hour to an hour out for Occ transfer drawing or sketch. I kind of cheated with vectors though. I did a little touch up when I got back. Yeah, that's true. I feel like sometimes pressuring yourself or making there's two things that can help you as an artist. Pressuring yourself to get something done at a certain time and doing something you feel uncomfortable drawing. So that's why I try new types of you know like processes, or I'll try a different type of transformation that I'm not used to, like pool toys or something, just to try it out so I don't get a so I still progress as an artist. I still need I need to practice a little bit more. I, even though I've been getting better and I've been drawing a lot more now. I've been doodling not constantly now, but I still could use a bit of practice in my anatomy and stuff. Like I said earlier, if you know already, I had kind of an existential existential crisis as an artist when I started this year because of all the AI stuff, and it took me a bit to get over that. I mean, I come to the conclusion that I'm going to still draw regardless of what happens in the future. Because there will always be people that like to watch people draw. I mean, yeah, a machine can like make something in 5 seconds, but it doesn't show its process, and it's kind of boring. Um, you just see some diffusion, and then presto, there's just an image. With artists, artists who stream, you get to see their techniques, you get to see their thought process, and also this helps me focus and I do two multitask. I mean, talking to you guys and drawing at the same time. Yeah, this is definitely a critter that needs more than an hour to do justice. Yeah, I'm a big fan of noodles. I'm a big fan of obviously tar-like creatures. I mean, look at my dragon. He's pretty much the poster child for a centaur. I mean, for a tar. It's kind of funny. I've had it for a tar forever, but I didn't actually make him a tar publicly until like a few months ago. I actually on my Discord I was showing all my progress of trying to make my 3D character that's talking right now and asking should I make it like this and that, and they gave me useful feedback. And I can't remember his name, but he just said just do what you think matches you best and not worry about what others think. So I just went for the centaur then, the centaur dragon. Yeah, it's already showing up in games. It's gonna you'll see a lot of it in the next year or two, and then it will drop out of popularity just like everything else. Um, the problem right now is that generative AI is not sustainable. It's really costly to produce. The models take millions and billions of dollars to generate. They use a lot of energy. So there is a bottleneck right now. Uh, the companies won't, the tech companies won't say that because they want you to buy into they want you to buy into the Kool-Aid, but yeah, there's a bottleneck right now. They'll either have to give up the ghost or come up with a new source of electricity or a total new methodology altogether. So yeah, I didn't really want to talk too much about AI, but OpenAI. I was hoping more to talk about Rocket Books for some reason, but yeah, OpenAI is becoming like a more for-profit company, and they like did like this venture capitalistic uh, thing to gain money, and yeah, a lot of people are a lot of the vulture capitalists that are I'm going to call them vulture capitalists because that works. Venture capitalists invest in them are what they call bubble chasers. They actually try to invest to create bubbles so they can sell off their stock and make money. So that's very concerning for OpenAI's future. But I don't want to talk about it anymore. So let's talk about Rocket Books instead. Dyson spheres. I like the 3D craze. But where's the 4D craze? I haven't gotten that yet. I mean, there's just one 4D game called 4D Golf, and that's it. Where are all the 4D games, Mad Hermit? I want them. Oh, thanks. Um, as much as I just keep following tech blogs and stuff, and I just keep reading it, and because AI is the big thing, I usually read one or two articles on it a day, and yeah. And then there's one site called Futurism. If they're not bashing Elon Musk every day, they're they're complaining about artificial intelligence. I don't usually follow the main media stuff because I don't know. There's a lot of bias on both sides. So I just try not to I just I just honestly don't know who to trust in that regard. Oh, that'd be awesome. Well, 4D cinema means they add the yes, we need we need snakes need their legs. I mean they've lived for umpteen million years without their legs, and they feel hollow and empty inside because their favorite character is Legolas. Oh, oh, oh. Sorry, that was a dad joke. Please forgive me. It won't happen again, I promise. Yeah, yeah, this drawing is very soft. I think it's because of the type of brush I'm using. I'm using a very, which is surprising because I thought it would be a hard brush. No, it's pretty hard. It's just how I'm drawing today, I guess. I'm drawing very soft, and I think it's partly because I'm chatting a lot and drawing at the same time. Um, you know, I'm glad you guys can hear me. Um, I like I told you, Mr. Cow, on the Discord. I want my robot dog. I mean, I would name it like a very complicated like robotic name. Like I think the perfect robot name would be Bob. Like, hey Bob, and then it would do its little robotic arfs at you and barks, and then it would wiggle its little robotic tail, and then its robotic machine gun would come out of its back, and you'd like have to duck and cover because it's starting to shoot its machine gun at you, and then you find out that your robot dog was is a member of the mafia. I don't know where I was going with that. Sorry. All right. So I think that's pretty decent. Less less horror elements this time. I mean, the Ouroboros was practically horror 101. Even though I did it cute, it was still pretty horror. It had a lot of horror elements, you know. So yeah. Ooh, that sounds cool. Um, I know that Melger Rising also has robot dogs as well, and they almost look like Boston Dynamics robot dogs. But I don't know which one came out first. I don't know if Boston Dynamics robot dogs were first designed and Melger Gear Rising took inspiration from that, or if it's the other way around. Yeah, but I loved how Raiden became this like this wussy anime cliche hero guy and became this complete badass in that game. It just it just amuses me. Metal Gear Solid's such a weird series. I just love it. I gotta add color to this. I'm getting so we add some color. I actually kind of like the softer lines today. I usually draw really thin, harsh lines. I'm trying to get away from thick lines though, like I was doing previously. I don't know. I like softer lines or thinner lines as well. Again, even though I've been doing this stuff for years, I still need to still trying to figure out who I am and what I'll do as an artist. I'm gonna look up content warning really quick, but first I'm gonna take a quick break and use the bathroom. I'll be right back. And I promise I'll take the headset off so you don't hear the moaning. Nudes. Yeah. Well, you can guess it wasn't. It was one of the two, but it's. I'm doing it again. I need to. Okay, good. Kojima. Yep. I never actually played Death Stranding. I hear people say it's either like a fantastic game or it's just a delivery simulator that's really boring. Something tells me it's a combination of the two. It's probably exciting and boring at the same time. Is anyone looking forward to Silent Hill 2, the remake? I'm just curious. I wonder how different it will be. I mean, it's been ages since I played the original. I don't even remember anything about the original. There's some scenes I remember. Mostly I remember the beginning where he's looking in the mirror and he's in that bathroom and he goes down to this town. And certain scenes about, his quote unquote wife, which I won't go into for spoilers, but just in case you haven't played it. But yeah, that's all I remember. It's so bad. Yeah, it's a strand type. Yeah, that makes sense. It's its own genre. So I got I'm thinking I'll probably stream it. It's kind of I don't know what people who watch my streams for my streams and then they see I like draw like creatures and transformations and body horror and stuff. What they think about it when they see my gameplay and then they watch me drawing this stuff is like what they think or not. But I try to do my games on a separate channel, but it's just too it's just too difficult to keep track of two channels. And it's just it was hard to get the algorithm to yeah, YouTube's algorithm is weird, but it's not as intrusive as Twitter's algorithm is. I mean, Twitter's algorithm messes with your mind. So YouTube's algorithm just does its own thing. It's kind of cool that some people can make a living off it. I don't know if I could ever get to that point. I mean, I think if I could just, my dream is to like be able to stream every day and have enough patrons that would subscribers that they could support me and I could just draw every day and just do requests, maybe work on some projects, get their feedback, maybe actually finish a video game for once because I have like 3 different video games I'm working on and I've only finished one of them. Yes. And another weird one is TikTok because it's just like it's the only uh it's the only social media site I know where you can get 1,000 views, but only like one person likes your stuff, and then you get like one weird comment about get outside. What's this weird crap you're drawing? Get outside. Breathe some air. It's like, I'm a regular hiker. Thank you very much. I just like to draw weird things. Nice. Okay, so did I get everything? I missed a spot, but that's okay. I'll just paint it in. Yeah, unfortunately, that's just going to be how it is with more complicated models that have more limbs or more length to them. It's just gonna I won't get to spend as much time on them. It's just how it's going to be. Yeah, YouTube is baffling. And the people who the what do you call them? The YouTubers that actually do get a lot of views and stuff, they get so stressed out about the algorithm. I mean, because the algorithm will bless them one day and then it will like not the other day, and so they worry about stats and changing the YouTube thumbnail and then changing the description, whatever they can do to appease the algorithm gods. It's like, no, thank you. I had enough issues with Twitter/X. Thank you very much. I'm trying to like be more chatty when I draw and stuff, and I'll try to be more upbeat and I'd still try to keep a level of professionalism. But, and stop doing mannerisms like which is kind of hard for me. So hopefully I can progress where I can be more smooth when I talk and draw, but it's probably going to take a little bit of time before I get smoother. I also I want to do a video on 8-bit creature and transformations that I've seen. I think it would be perfect for Halloween as well because I think a lot of people would enjoy that sort of thing at that time. But yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff. I mean, everyone knows Altered Beast, but I mean, I found some pretty cool stuff, creature-wise and also transformation-wise. There's this one game that was for the PC Engine where you think you're fighting this dragon for the boss, and it's just and you're fighting him, and but it comes down easy, and then you see the the princess, that you quote unquote saved, and then all of a sudden she transforms into this hideous giant spider monster, and then starts attacking you. It's a brilliant troll, and that was in a old like Neo Geo game or no PC Engine. Sorry, PC. No, I think they're the same thing, aren't they? Yeah, it's kind of cool to see all the weird stuff in the retro games. It's kind of fun. It's impressive what some of them did with their limitations. Yeah, trying, Mr. Cow. Yeah. Again, it's kind of hard to talk and draw and keep track of the, the dialogue at the same time. But I'm doing my best. That's all I can do. Yeah, I remember that. That was pretty cool, actually. That was a fake out as well. And then the spider, she turns into a spider. A similar concept, yeah. Very true. should decide. I like it when they have a reference because I can just sample from the reference. So I'm going to say her face is 100% transformed, but I'm going to say that this arm is not quite there yet. Hello, Winter Scout. How are you today? I'm going to say this entire hasn't fully transformed yet. I'm going to say the rest of the body has. Oh, I'm doing good. I'm exhausted and tired, but I'm in a good mood because I had coffee. Actually, kind of a little bit hyper because of the coffee right now. I've done almost an hour already. Okay, I gotta rush. I'm gonna just blitz through it now. Forgive me if I don't chat and check the text for a little bit. The messages. I'm just gonna have to focus real quick on this. I can't see what our eyes are. Okay, blue, white and blue. Okay. That one's, it's too small for me to sample it. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. How can I add interest and texture when I only have 5 minutes left? Let me do this. So the opposite of green is red, so, well, more like purple, so, I mean the secondary of, so let me have a really cool brush that I use now that I really like a lot called Choppy Brush. I like Choppy Brush. I should probably put more before I do this. Let me just put a little bit more. See, Mr. Cow, I'm trying really hard not to say. It's nice to, it's nice that half a dozen of you guys joined and came to watch me. It's always nice to have someone to chat with. I do appreciate it a lot. it's harder to do if when I'm actually playing the game, but when I'm doing the art, it's a little easier. So it's nice. Want my choppy brush. Okay, so now I can let's make this overlay. Oh, that works. Yeah, yeah. I like it. It's exactly what I want. That's true. I mean, we all have mannerisms. So I'm always looking for new YouTubers or streamers, um, especially video games. That's what I love. Do you got any recommendations? I mean, there's a couple I used to watch all the time, but they how can I say it? They just swear too much now. Vinny used to, so pretty much I'm kind of just watching Vinny Vine Sauce, which ironically used to swear a lot. He still kind of does sometimes, but mostly he doesn't. Because he wants YouTube's paycheck. He's pretty much admitted that. That's why he swears less. It's because he wants to get his paid for his content. At least he's honest about it. I don't know what I just did there. I thought I clicked, but then my mouse like jumped. My computer's being really strange all of a sudden. It's just being really choppy. Maybe I should save. That might be a good idea. I haven't even saved yet. Ooh, that would have been bad. Um, day 3. Myth. Okay, let me hide my references. Let me decide on a background. She's green, so the best would probably be a bluish purple. That would be the adjacent on the color wheel. Both. Um, like I said, I guess I can tell you who I watch regularly. Like I like YouTubers that review games that have a sense of humor. Um, Probably my most extreme end of it is probably Kid Icarus. He he just keeps throwing the jokes at you. I mean, you have to keep up with his humor, and he's some of it's non sequitur, so it's like acquired taste. I also like, especially one YouTuber that's extremely non sequitur is Scott the Woz. I never know what to expect. Sometimes his jokes are just saying just total random BS, which I find funny for some weird reason. But then on the other hand of the spectrum, I used to watch like a lot of speedrunners, Oats and Goats. Jesus is Here's Toast, I think is called. He used to run uh, Dark Souls like games, and then Distortion 2 also runs Dark Souls like games. I can't think of anyone else. I also used to enjoy Carl Jolfs because he was a speedrunner, but he also started like becoming like a journalist that would expose like various people who are doing like bad things in the video game industry. Like what's his name? The guy who used to be the king of Kong, Billy Mitchell, stuff like that. But it just I don't know. I know he has mouths to feed, but his sponsorship just got too much for me. He's just too much sponsorship, especially when it comes to something like exposing someone. I don't know. It just feels kind of cheap to have someone pay you to do that instead of doing it. I don't know how to explain it. I don't even know what I'm saying now. Sorry about that. So, Mad Hermit, what's your recommendations? I know that was a tangent. I apologize. Just recommend whatever you think. I mean, if it's just like video game stuff, I'm happy. And I watch everyone. It doesn't matter if you're a Xennial or or Gen Xer. It doesn't matter if you're 18 years old or 50. I will watch your content if I find there's value in it. I mean, I even watched this guy, and he used to just do Five Nights at Freddy, and I'm not even into Five Nights at Freddy, but I used to watch all his stuff because I found his videos amusing. But then he switched to horror, which was like, yes, that's my favorite. So I was really happy when he switched to more, other horror contents besides Five Nights at Freddy's. Of course, Five Nights at Freddy's is a huge hole that you can get stuck in with its lore. Partly because Scott Carlson, is that his name, was making it up as he gone along. So I'm gonna have to stop and continue doing something else. I just wanted to do more, but maybe I can cheat a little bit and work a few more mids on it if I have time. Astral Spiff. Yeah, I don't mind. I love horror. I, I do enjoy watching people, even Five Nights at Freddy's, people playing it, but I don't know. I I just don't like streamers that scream even though they're not scared. I mean, they tried that was what made PewDiePie successful and Markiplier, but that was like the early 2000s. No one finds that. I mean, the mid 2010s. I mean, that's that's not really fun or interesting anymore. At least not to me. I mean, I have watched his, and I don't get why his alter ego is like some some terrorist in a third world country. I do not get that, but that is how he cosplays as that character. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I do like his stuff because he is cheeky. But yeah, he's kind of a troll, but I do appreciate his stuff. Yeah, I watched the review on there's like this game called Tribal Hunter. It's a Metroidvania, but it's totally it its main gimmick is vor and inflation. I mean, that's what 90% of the game mechanics are about is getting smaller, getting bigger, voring creatures, or like throwing eggs at them and having them grow udders, just weird stuff. It doesn't. I mean, a lot of games that have such content, they try to hide it a little bit so they can be more mainstream. But that game's just like totally out there and say, hey, this is a game about this. We're not hiding it. And Seif made a review about it, which was pretty funny. I don't. I, yep. Like I said, he's quite the troll, but I do like his video game reviews, definitely. Yeah, I'll check out Spiff. That sounds really cool. I mean, I like people that play horror, and you can tell when they're actually scared. There's all these like Markiplier wannabes that they post their videos on itch.io. They'll play like all the new indie horror games. They'll do the little promo and post their little videos on itch.io in the comment section, and then you watch it and you can tell that they're just hamming it up. It's like, really? So if someone's honest, I mean, about it, I mean, uh, is his name Siko? Let me find out. Let me find the name out for this guy. I watch him often, but I can't remember his name. Nico de Circle also does a lot of horror games, and he also streams a lot of those indie horror games. And he's brutally honest about certain games. If he'll just right out loud say, yeah, that was pretty cliche." The only thing that kind of bothers me when he does stream is that I kind of understand it as well. He doesn't like it when people try to steer him when he's playing the games, and I can totally understand that. I feel like out of respect, you probably should. No, if he asks that, he says, chat, give me help, that's fine, but not to try to steer him while he's playing the game. So I totally understand how that could be annoying to him. But yeah, he likes to growl at the camera. That's his shindig. So his name is Nico the Circle. You know you found him if it's a circle wearing a chef's hat and it's screaming. That's his mascot. Is a screaming circle wearing a chef's hat. I think he got his claim to fame from playing the Changed games, which is a Transformation fans version of Tribal Hunter, but a very Pacific Transformation fan game. It's mostly for people who like latex and goo. It's not for people that like traditional transformations like such as I. I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Oh yeah, my commission's on my tablet that I was working on, so I'll have to do that after I log off. But that's okay. I'll do the rest of the requests. Yeah, I noticed that a lot of streamers do that too. Vinesauce does that as well. He has like his main channel that has like clips of his streams, and then he has the what he calls the full sauce, which has his full streams. The only problem with his full streams is that he doesn't show the message box, so he'll be chatting to the chat members, and you have no clue what he's saying to the chat members because he never records that. Ironically, Where did I put these things? Okay, I found them. They're on my. They are on my. So I got a croc. I got Bowser, which I have to draw twice because the person that made requests for Bowser, they actually wanted their own character drawn, but they didn't tell me in the comment section. So when I started drawing it, they then sent me a note on FA, and that's not what I asked for. I asked them to like put the character they wanted me to draw right in the comments, and they did not. So, but but I feel bad, so I'm gonna also just modify it so it can also be them as Bowser. Yeah, YouTube's annoying. I don't know how to make it allow you to put links. I've noticed that too. That's why last time people were making requests, they had to. I told them just to post it in the the notification where I put the image on the FA. So yeah, if you can just share me that link in Discord, that'd be great. Or I can look it up too. It's fine. I can just review the messages and look at it later. And that's what kind of happened with 4K when he was sharing some stuff. He was actually sharing me links, but I couldn't see it, so I got annoyed with him because I thought he was just egging me on, but he actually was trying to share links with me. It just didn't. Stupid YouTube wouldn't let him save the links for some reason. Yeah, that Sporky has so many projects. I don't know how he gets anything done. I mean, he's working on 4 games and then costumes. I have trouble just getting like one game done. I mean, I've been working on Cabzadino for almost like all this year, and it's just a game maker game, but I've added so much crap to it, and it's so. I should have listened. There's a saying in the RPG maker community, and it's this: it's super easy on the easy things, and it's super difficult on the difficult things, and and they're totally right. I mean, you could do a lot with it, but it's going to take a lot out of you to make it do things that are much easier in like Unreal or Unity or Godot. I mean, because you have to find the extension or make your own JavaScript extensions. It's maddening. It's pretty maddening. But man, there's so many good RPG Maker games. I mean, there's the classics like Humaniki, and then there's that I can't get to play all the way through because it keeps crashing on me. And then there's Heidelix, which is just the craziest weird stuff. There's there's Off, which is like we play as this batter that fights monsters, and then you find the true intentions what that those the batters actually is. That's a pretty cool game. There's also that one that's really popular with the giant the purple head. I forgot what it's called. That's not as I'm gonna probably get it for saying it, but I thought it was crap. Sorry, don't be mad at me. And one of my favorites, but it's so demented and dark, is Fear and Hunger Termina. But boy, is that game pretty dark. but it has a lot of replayability. There's like 8 different characters. IB is an awesome game too. You're right. I haven't played that all the way through, but yeah, that is a pretty cool game as well. I totally agree. Um, there's also some really strange ones that I find funny. There's Space Funeral. That game is like whack. It's like a total parody of RPG Maker games. It like totally uses like copyrighted music. It just doesn't give no. It doesn't give no Fs at all. Yep. Whatever good RPG Maker games are, there's there's so many weird ones. See, there's like 2 types of RPG Maker games. There's the weird, artsy, bizarre ones like Hylix and Umaniki and they stuff like that really stands out. And then on the other hand, you have generic template assets RPG game number 55,000. It's kind of interesting the contrast. And I actually made my generic RPG maker template 55,000 already, but I'm smart enough not to put it online. Now I'm working on Cabzadino, and it's driving me nuts. I've overdone it. Feature creep like totally got into my game. It was just a simple horror game with light RPG mechanics. We actually it's more puzzle based where you'd only fight limited creatures by using certain spells to attack the certain creatures, and then after that you'd never see them again. So it was more puzzle based combat. But then I went full RPG, and now it's like with characters and stuff, and so now I'm hesitating and saying, well, I don't think I should have went that route. I should have stuck with more of the puzzle like elements. So now I'm thinking of shifting it back to that. And then I added RNG dungeons. I bought a plugin because there's no way I could ever figure it out. That lets me do RNG like dungeons where it makes them randomly. But then I'm like, well, a lot of the levels it makes are kind of mazy. I don't know if I want to go that route. So I then decide, well, those are not main levels. Those are just extra content on the world that you could do if you want to get some extra cash. But that's where I am right now. And then I wanted to do events where random events would happen. It'd either be a monster fight or like some question or some puzzle you'd ask. But the only problem with that is coming off of all the events and then making sure the events don't repeat or overlap. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I went on a tangent again. Yeah, Albino, another streamer. Yeah, I'll keep in mind. Yeah, I'll still look at him. Yes, all the gator. That is what Screws wants, and that's what Screws gets. Is the gator or a really buff one? It's a buff gator. Give him a little bump. Yeah, his legs anatomy is hiding, so I'll just guess from my memory what muscles look like in the legs. They're probably going to be wrong, but that's okay. I need to erase this. Dude, there we go. I got it. There we go. So long story short, if you just because Game Maker, RPG Maker is quote unquote easy, um, if you want game to be good in it, you have to either pay for plugins or program it more stuff yourself. And at that case, you might as well just, if you're going to actually program something, why don't you just use Godot or Unreal Engine and save yourself the headache? That is my that is my 10 cents on RPG Maker. But there's been amazing games. Or what's that game called? There's so many good games on it though. So it definitely is worth checking out for sure. I don't mind if they're edited. I mean, Vinesoft edits his videos, but he also has the full streams as well. I mean, yeah, I don't mind if they're heavily edited. Sometimes it's better because it gets to the point. I mean, another old school YouTuber that I still like to watch is a Peanut Butter Gamer. I mean, he's kind of has a new channel called Peebs, and he pretty much just reviews food on it. But every once in a while, he'll do like a game-related thing on his old PBJ channel, and I'll enjoy it because he has a funny sense of humor, and he sings he sings these really bad songs all the time. It's part of his thing is to sing really bad songs for humor reasons. I feel like I'm just noodling, like I'm not getting anywhere with any of my drawings today. Uh, Now, I'm not gonna fill out his I'm not gonna fill out his chest because I don't want it to be hard to read, so I'll just do this instead. Suggest that it's there. I like that he's surprised. I always like making surprised and I like yeah, he was doing a lot of corruption videos back then. Yeah, he did that one with Mario Galaxy that's really popular. Something about and then he sang about Luigi. I can't remember what the song was, but it's pretty funny. Something about Luigi, you're so sexy. Yeah, it's just a weird song. That'd be funny. I have to check that out. Yeah, Peeps says that he still gets people that just see him and say, "Oh, you're Peanut Butter Gamer," and then they'll start singing "Luigi, you are so sexy" to him. So I find that very humorous. I mean, I think I could push this farther, but I could also push a cart. So let's go to the next one. Let's do our glamour pose. Oh, I need. Oh wow! Now that I turned that off, I just realized all the stuff I missed, and now I'm sad. This ain't over yet, kid. Yeah, a crocodile slash alligator's tail. It's not this circular. I know it kind of pushes out a little bit to the sides. Yes, I heard someone send me messages, so let me look at them real quick. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, I'll check those out. When I do my little blogs, I try every time I find some really cool streamer that I find watching YouTube, I try to share it with other people so they can also have something new to watch. There's this one streamer I found who's called He Old Words, or was it Worlds, and he just reviews NES games. And yeah, you can tell he's old because he has gray hair, and I figured out the math by watching one of his channels that he's probably like in his early 40s, but he has like this gray hair, but he's has this baby face. So it's like the weirdest thing. His face looks like he's 20s in his 20s, but his hair makes and the little wrinkles around his eyes tell him that he's much older. It's kind of interesting. Yep, but if you need your old SNES, I mean not SNES, NES fix, that's the guy to watch for sure. I think he does also PC Engine, and he does some Super Nintendo stuff as well, SNES stuff. But that's his focus, is retro games. And he's not that. I mean, he's moderately popular. I mean, he's not like others that have like hundreds of like 100K watchers. He's pretty low in that, but I think his content is still good. So I like it when I discover streamers that don't have a lot of viewers, but have a lot of quality stuff. Those are the best to find because you feel like you're when they do grow, you feel like you're growing with them, and that you had just this tiny little you had a tiny little piece in helping them grow back when they were not as popular by telling people about them and watching their videos. One that I like to watch who does like he's just an RPG guy. That's all he reviews is RPGs. That's all he does. And his name is Maljeweler. And when I started watching him, he only had like 50K followers, and now he has like 100 something in less than 6 months. And it's like, wow, you've grown pretty big, man. He has a very subtle, kind of low key type of humor, so he's not for everyone though. Some might find him, frankly, pretty boring actually, but I get it. I get his humor for some reason. It speaks to me. That is true. I didn't think about that. The guy who does Old Worlds might have dyed his hair. Yeah, it could be a curse for being known one thing, but it also if it there's a catch 22 about being known for just one thing. Like one thing you're like, oh yeah, you're the you're the sexy Luigi guy. On the other hand, you're still the sexy Luigi guy. So I mean, it's like a blessing and a curse at the same time. I don't know. I'd I think I'd rather be like known for one thing and a lot and known for it well than be known for nothing, even though you do a lot of different things. If that makes any sense. I mean, there's this musician in the 70s who did like new age ish music. I think his name was Mike Oldfield, and he released this album called Tubular Bells. I think it was in like the Exorcist movies. And I mean, after he lost popularity, all he did was Tubular Bell albums. I mean, he's done like five or six of them. Like I remember reading one reviewer say he's like Quasimodo. He just he just loves the bells. Okay, I think the croc is done. Let's go to the bald eagle bird thing. Are you still watching Napoleon? Because it's a. Oh yeah, you're still. What am I thinking? You just responded to me. You can tell that the coffee's worn out. Hey, yeah. One of my biggest fears is that when I stream that I might be boring. I mean, I become a chatterbox when we talk about video games because that's kind of my shitting. And I also know a lot of tech stuff, but it always when I start talking about tech stuff, it always ends with AI related shenanigans. So I just rather not talk about that. So, but I seem somehow to get stuck talking about it at least a little bit every time I stream. And it's self-inflicting. It's not you guys, it's me when that happens. Yes, Stardew Valley. Yeah, that guy did not expect his game to become that popular. In some ways, I remember in one interview, he kind of regretted that it was so popular. But yeah, Stardew Valley, yeah, that's a success story if there is ever one. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, if I could technically do that, but then I'd probably in a couple weeks. I think anyone in a couple weeks, if they drink coffee nonstop, would start getting ulcers or something. I now have 50 ulcers, but now I can, but I never have to sleep. So worth it. I still need to make. I gotta make the eagle look a little more Napoleon. So let me erase those eyes and try to draw more anime-ish. Whoa! What you doing, bro? Let's erase them eyes. So it's like I want to see your face. Okay, let's try that. I think I'll also put the pointy things here. I'm drawing on the wrong layer. Crap, 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 crap. Phew. Disaster averted. Oh, you have no eyes now. You're lacking the eyes. You cannot see. Yeah, you don't know how to take that, so you're gonna. There we go. Make a little nostril. Okay, so that's not even important now. I can actually get rid of that. There we go. Let me also fix your horns a little bit. A fan of the horns. Well, that's cool. What's wrong? What do you mean they're crudely drawn? Oh, I gotcha. I didn't realize you're. It's like I'm trying to make him better, man. Okay, no, let's not do that. That doesn't match the face. I love putting teeth with birds. It's kind of funny. It's like they're not supposed to have teeth, but then you give bird teeth. It's like, yeah. Yeah, Napoleon was just joking. I didn't catch the joke because my coffee levels are low. Man, I wish I had the pig transformation I was working on. I wish I had it on. Wish I had it on my computer and not on my tablet. Because it would have been fun too. I think you guys would have liked it. Oh well, I'll have to drawn on a tablet though. I have no way to stream on a tablet now at this moment. I don't know why I'm putting. He wasn't wearing any clothing, so there would be no rippage or anything. I don't know what these lines mean. Okay, there we go. Let me. I like how um, Napoleon has this fluff right here. So let me emphasize that a little bit more. A character that has extreme fluff in the nether regions is Reshiram. I mean, it looks terrifying to be honest. Sometimes it gets dangerously to Wang levels sometimes, depending on how the artist draws them. I mean, official Pokemon art, not fan art, because you know what they're gonna do with that. Um, oh, yeah, it's just becoming a mess. I don't want to put too much detail in there. Like, I'll just do some really hasty drop shadows. So I want your honest opinion, guys. Do you think I should make a female version of Alex and do some? Because I mostly if I don't have a reference, I'll just transform Alex. But maybe make they used to call it a gender swap version where it's an maybe Alex, but it's spelled with like with a Y or something, or an I instead of an E. Okay. I mean, I mostly do transformations of male characters, but I wouldn't mind doing some female characters as well. Alexandria, yeah, that'd be cool. That's true. Yeah, Alex with an E is kind of both. That's why I was thinking of an I or a Y. But yeah, I could just do the full version. Instead of Alexander, do Alexandria. That would be, that's a good point. I mean, I don't think I'd make a female version of Sika though. Or Alex as the dragon. Alex's dragon form is called Sika. Because it would be kind of weird for a deep voice like mine to have it coming out of a female character. I've seen a lot of anime VTubers do that, and it just throws me off all the time. I just can't watch them in all seriousness. But if you want an anime like VTuber, you can make one very easily with Vroid. I mean, it's pretty basic though, but you can make one pretty quickly. I don't know if I do a gender swap thing because I mean, I don't know how to say it. I mean, I haven't had experiences as a woman, so it'd be kind of unfair to try to make stuff up like that. I think it would just be a different character that looked like maybe maybe like how Adventure Time Finn had his gender swap character, and Ratchet and Clank he also had a gender swap character, but she was her own character as well. That would be a better example. So I was thinking the latest Ratchet and Clank, there was a gender swap of him, but it was also his own character as well. And I forgot the name of her name, but yeah, she was her own character. So I was aiming more towards that, if that made sense. But in essence, it's still kind of the same character for that same purpose. Rivet, yes, that was her name. Yeah, I want them just to make a game of Rivet about Rivet, the entire game, because I love that character so much. Originally, you thought, oh, this is just a gender swap of Ratchet, but then she becomes her own. She becomes her own character in herself, and I just like how she has like low self-esteem, but by the end of the game, she's pretty confident in herself. Yeah, I think she's a very cool character. Yeah, there's a character for everyone in the fandom. Okay, I think that one's good. I just have one more. Wow, I didn't even get that far on him, did I? Um, so I mean, I still have some time. I want to stream till 8, so I still have half an hour my time. Yes, I enjoy drawing your Driggle form. I know it's not really a bald eagle. I I don't know why it devolved into a Driggle, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'll try to stick closer to your prompt next time if you get selected, which you most likely will because I mean I have about 8 Patreon members now, but I only have 3 that are really active and put their request in. So, which kind of surprised me because I have 14 total. So you'd think they'd all put their request in, but they don't. So it leaves lots of opportunities for the active ones to get their request in. I mean, it's nice for you guys, pretty much. I mean, I don't know how long that will stay that way, but I maybe there'll be a time where I can be more shy shy and be able to get a lot more requests done in a specific amount of time. It's just that I work full time, so I do what I can. I really hate this hand, but oh well. It's gonna be like it is. It is what it is. There's a secret a secret hidden message in that. Maybe someday I'll figure it out. Ah, I get it. Got it. So let me get Bowser Alex done, and then I'll get the other Alex done as well. So maybe I think I'm going to make a dedicated form for requests in the future, so it's easier to keep track of them. And if you don't put your reference in, well, correctly or anything, well, it's like, oh, Alex gets to be drawn that instead. And yeah, I really like Bowser, but I still think Yoshi is my favorite Mario character. And then next Luigi, and then probably Bowser. I do like how in the Mario movies that they made Peach an action girl, not a damsel, and I thought that was kind of refreshing. The Super Mario Bros. Movie, I wish they would have given Luigi more screen time because I mean he's one half of the brothers, so I felt that he didn't get enough. I felt like freaking Donkey Kong got more screen time than Luigi. It was kind of annoying. What'd you guys think about the Super Mario Bros. Movie? Did you enjoy not the 1993 one, that the dumpster trash? I actually like that one. It's really bad though, but it is a dumpster dive. I'm talking about the one that came out a couple years ago with with Mr. Velociraptor Trainer himself, starring as Mario, and then had Charlie Day as Luigi, and then it had bloody Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, and he doesn't even act like Donkey Kong. He acts like Seth Rogen. It's like, okay. But besides that, I enjoyed it. There's so many Easter eggs. So if you're a Nintendo fan, all the Easter eggs were like, it was nuts how many there was. There were so many Easter eggs. It was crazy. I'm just disappointed Bowsette wasn't in there. So that gets a 2 out of 10. I'm just joking. Yeah, I saw it with my roommate slash bestie as well. We both enjoyed it because we're both Nintendo nerds. I think in the future I'd like to figure out a way to have maybe invite a couple of you guys to just actually talk voice wise, and join me vocally, but I'm still not quite to that yet. I don't even know how to do it in in the streaming software. Maybe just having like a Discord channel and then just recording it would might be the best way to do it. I also would like to play for a few hours, like Lethal Company. I have no one no one in my gamer group is interested in that game at all. So I have no one to play that with. I tried it doing it solo, and boy, is it hard solo. It's insanely hard solo. It's meant to be co-op, so I totally get it. I hope someday the developer might make an actual legit single player version. So all us loners can enjoy it too. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, a voice channel like Discord. I think if I set up a voice channel in Discord, that would probably be the best way to do it. But so things wouldn't go crazy, I'd have to just like do one or two of them, one or two people. Okay. Okay, so I got Alex Bowser done. Let me get the reference for the other character. Thank you. Happy face. Oh, I never uploaded yesterday's Occ transfer up yet. Darn. I knew I'd forget something. All right, so let me see. I think it was on. So, okay. Let's see. Okay, so he's a doge. So we will work on we will we will add the doginess to the existing drawing. He has a different hairstyle, different eyes as well. It's also, since he is a doge, let me emphasize his doginess. So he has like hair that goes like this. Oh, he's not angry. He looks pretty chill. So let me do the chill levels. So yeah, he has fluffy hair. Give him like little ears. Oh, I can't see the chat now. Oogly moogly boogly katroogly. Yeah, I understand. That is true. It's I can disable certain people from talking and enable others. That is very true. So I'm just gonna call this Doge because I don't know what the character's name is, so it's Doge Bowser. I'll give him his bow tie. Ears need some working. I made a new layer. Holy moly, Batman. No! Okay, move this up. Okay, yeah. So he has like little eyes and he has this fluffy hair. I know this kind of makes him less Bowsery, but I need to make it more character-y. I need to erase them ears so there's more where'd the proof go? I guess I'm not quite familiar with this ear shape, so is it kind of floppy? Is that what it's indicating? I usually do mostly pointy ears, so I guess I could learn to draw some more types of ears, especially for mammals. How you all doing out there? I haven't heard anyone type a message in a while. What you're thinking? We can talk. We can talk about something else if you want. I'm always open to talking about something else because my small reptilian brain is running out of things to talk about right now. All right, I think that's fair enough. Oh yeah, I should erase this because this has nothing to do with his character. Yeah, I think I'm running out of steam actually. I think I actually should get something to eat. It is the spooky month. My favorite type of month is the spooky month. I love all the critters and creatures, all the werewolf. Well, thank you, Napoleon. I appreciate that. Well, I guess I need to. I haven't ate yet. It's been like probably three. I mean, I've been off work for almost 3 hours. So, I mean, I usually have dinner an hour after just when after we finish the stream. I'm kind of getting hungry, and the coffee's wearing out. Thank you, Mr. Cow. Thank you, Napoleon. I appreciate that. So I have one more question before I leave. My dragon avatar, since I've disabled motion tracking with my camera and just have it record my voice, and then I just have it automatically make mannerisms. Do you feel like it's much smoother, like less distracting? Because sometimes my character, when I'd move around, would just go all over the place. You think it's better that way? Or do you like it when I actually have it motion track my body? I actually can make it wave and weird stuff like that, but I can't in this setting. It just stands there pretty much. And then one more question. I want to stream a video game. I have fully. I mean, I just been playing indie games, which are really quick. So technically, I've been finishing games, but I like to play one all the way through and have you guys watch, and let me know. You can tell me what you think and all that. But I have three games that I'm thinking about it playing. I have the remake of System Shock. I have the Ultimate Edition of Control, which is kind of an old game, but it has all the DLC, and it's for PS5, so the graphics have been updated. And then I have have Lies of P, which is like probably one. It's a Dark Souls slash or Bloodborne like, I guess you can say, but it's like one of the few Souls likes that actually get it right. They actually like nailed it on the head. They they, they were able to take some of From Software's magic, but also ingrain their own style into it. The only thing is that it's super easy in some areas and super difficult in others. It's like really unbalanced. And I am a dragon, and sometimes I have a temper, so I don't know if that's a good game to stream. But I'm just kind of curious on your opinion. Thank you, Mr. Cow. I think that's good too. He does stay in the area he needs to be. He doesn't move around too much. The only thing is that I guess he does move his lower torso as well. You don't get to see the wiggliness of his stomach as much though, but that's fine. I mean, you do see his tail wiggle, so and the wings, so that works. I guess I could set this up while I'm chatting with you into its own little thing. Oh, okay. Let me try that again. Let me turn that off. Select all. Copy merged. Oh, that's cool. I appreciate your feedback. I've been very interested too. I was just waiting for it to go down in price just in case I didn't like it. But yeah, I got it. I got it on sale for a pretty decent price. I guess I shouldn't. Let me not enlarge them until I get them all in. Then I have Napoleons. Stop moving, stop changing size. Let me just copy them all in there first. I think this is just one layer. Yep. Ah! And then I have Alex Bowser. Now that is art. That is a masterpiece right there. I call it Alligator Man has scrambled feelings of Bowser in his eagle soul. Number 50. Post impressionistic. So let's make him first. My bird over here. Ooh. I'll put this one right here. Let me fit him. Man, the wings kind of make it a difficult fit, but I'll figure it out. Let me put it over there. And then I'll put the two Bowsers over here. I'll shrink them down a little bit so there's room for the other two. I'll make Alex just a little smaller so the other one can fit in. Let me move this one over here. Let me get out of square mode. That might help. Oops. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about rocket books. I keep forgetting. I've been trying rocket books out, and what a rocket book is it's pretty much a plastic notepad that you write with a friction pin. And what the gimmick is that you can erase them. You can erase it with water after you're done, but it also has a really robust app that you can scan your notes in before you do that. You can keep them organized and whatnot. It's been working really good for like to-do lists because I go through so much. I mean, that's my main way of organization is to-do lists. It works really well, but I do have some problems with it. First of is that I'm left-handed, so sometimes I'll smudge the text more than probably other people would. Second is that water. I've noticed that the pens, if they get too hot, the ink disappears and you can no longer see the ink. Sometimes you can just put it in the refrigerator and make the pen work so I can write again, but sometimes it doesn't work and it's just toast. I've also noticed that some of my notes, because of the heat, would just disappear, and I'd have to put it in the refrigerator to bring them back, but they'd be duller. Yeah, now he's too big. It's not just about you, Bowser. It's about all these other fine lads as well. Okay. I'm still not happy with this layout. Maybe if I flip this away. That works, but I don't know. Now I have to jam it in there. Maybe not. Oh, maybe this will work if I do this. Uh, there we go. I think that is a good. That's a good. That's good. I wish I wouldn't have made this so small now. Let me make it just a little bigger. It's gonna corrupt it a little bit, but that's okay. No, that's the friction pins. They're like that. Their gimmick is that you can erase them by friction, by heat. So if you're writing a note with the ink and you want to clean it up, you use the back of the quote unquote eraser, which is just like a little soft plastic knob, and if you it's the friction and the heat that makes it disappear. Like the eraser, that's the ink's gimmick. So yeah, you can technically write like a secret message on a piece of paper using friction ink, heat it up in a microwave, and it will disappear. And then whoever you give it that piece of paper to, you can say, put this in your refrigerator and look at it in like 5 minutes, and it will reappear. It's kind of neat. I've tried it. Yeah, they're called friction. Let me see what brand makes them. I think it's Pilot. Yeah, Pilot Friction. Um, yeah, Pilot Friction. It's Frixion. So I've been doing some sketches in it, and what I like about it is that I can do variations really quick with sketches, but because I can like just erase it with like a light damp piece of water, I can take the little piece where I want to remove it and alter it and try something different. But it's not permanent, so I have to make sure to scan it. I still think drawing on using using a marker on good high quality paper is probably the best way to draw. Well, it's 8 o'clock, so I think I'm ready to sign off for tonight. Thanks guys for chatting with me. Thanks Mr. Cal for keeping me company. And you all have a great evening or morning.